What's up, y'all? It's Forrest. I'm back, aka Foe, aka the Looney Rooney podcast is no more. This is the launch of my new attempt at a podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and call it the Struggle Pod because I'm struggling. I'm in a struggle, always. Every fucking day is the struggle of my life, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking just kidding. That's totally a joke. I'm not serious. Don't call the fucking cops. Alright. Anyway, so let's start with telling what I've been up to. If for anyone who gives a fuck. For nobody, but if you can't tell, I've been working on these guns. Not quite big enough to get registered, but I'm working on them. They're bigger than they were when I started, put it that way. If only that could just happen to my penis. Just kidding. No, I'm dead serious. Fucking dead serious. Anyways, so it's going to be kind of like a comedy podcast, my attempt at comedy. You know, I feel like such an idiot thinking I'm funny, but I think I can be entertaining. I'll put it that way. So we're going to try. That's what the goal is for this pod. The main themes of the pod are going to be UFC and TV and movie shows, and gaming. Those are my three passions right now. UFC every weekend. Fucking yes. I watch movies and TV shows a lot. Fucking yes. Love it. Passionate. So yeah, that's going to be what the pod's about. The Struggle Pod, where Foe talks about his shitty life, his unfortunate circumstances, in a funny way, and he talks about UFC fights every week and what shows and TVs and movies I've been watching recently. So I don't even know which topic to start on. I guess we can start with UFC. Get that out of the way. We got a big card coming up, guys. Ian Gary versus, well, that's not the main event. The main event's Kaya Sakura, who I've never heard of until this week. Apparently he's a badass from Japan, so hopefully that's a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the whole card. It's a dope card. It's a hammer card. Let's start with the prelims. First up, we got, in the order of the fights are just ridiculous. It's so crazy. I don't even know if this is the order, but we'll start how they got it on UFC. Kennedy and Nzechukwu versus Lucas Brzeski. So Kennedy, he's a beast, right? This dude's just built to be a champ. Especially, I don't know, for light heavyweight for sure, but for some reason he was having trouble with all the guys there at light heavyweight. So he's up at heavyweight now. He looked good in his last fight against Chris Barnett, even though that was Chris fucking jumped and ripped his knee just jumping before the fight. So who knows how that would have went. Would have been fun to see Chris 100% in that fight, but you know, shit happens. And Kennedy, he's a skilled guy. He's got a humble background, you know what I'm saying? And I like him. On the other hand, we got Lucas Brzeski, who, guys, is having a tough break in the UFC. Just can't seem to rack any wins together. He might have one or two. I'm not an expert, but I'm claiming to be soon. I'm working my way to be. I want to be one of those fucking guys at the thing. I want to be like the schmo, the guru, even though I don't even watch the guru because I don't find him entertaining. But yeah, I want to be one of those types of guys. So that's what we're working for. And I want to just, nobody listen. I want to meet Nina Drama and make her leave her husband for me. That's my true reason for doing this. Okay? So we're going to start somewhere. We're starting here. In the basement. In my uncle's basement. I've been here for a long time. Probably close to 10 years. And I hate myself for that fact. I'm on disability. If you guys don't know, I have a fucked up back. I had a surgery. And the pain just never stopped. I mean, I was able to walk again, so I guess the surgery is a success in that regard, but the pain is every day, it's constant, and it's just terrible hell. But I won't go on to my life. I don't want to bring you guys down. Let's keep on the UFC topic. we'll just keep everything in increments. But the first show is going to be a little crazy. We're going to go here, we're going to go there, but we're going to come back around, hopefully. Shit, I don't know. We might not even get back around. We might just be lost out in the fucking wilderness like fucking Bryce Mitchell after he just smoked a joint and he's fucking acting like an Indian and he's getting his native fucking true earth and shit. Okay. Next fight, we got Clay Guida versus Chase Hooper. This is a true changing of the guard fight right here. Chase Hooper's looked like an animal lately. His last fight really was the best he's ever been. And if he carries that same momentum, I see a win, very easy win for him against Clay Guida, the guy who just, he fights because, who the fuck knows why he fights? That glare's driving me nuts. I'll have to figure that out one of these days. See, I got Chase Hooper. Chase is a minus 1050 favorite, which is just insane. Might be good money on Clay if you're a bettor. I've got my parlays in, but I'm a broke bettor. I make about 10 to 20 parlays, and they're all like 14 fucking legs. They're just never gonna hit, but I only spend about $5, and I spend about 25 cents per parlay, so I'm not losing a whole lot. And if I do win, it's gonna be nice, but I haven't won in a long time. Don't tell anybody. Okay. So, predictions. I got Kennedy winning the first one. I got Chase Hooper winning the second one. Third fight, we got Michael Chiesa versus Max Griffin. I'm going to try to speed through these guys. I don't really know what Michael Chiesa is going to come with. This motherfucker's been kind of iffy ever since Kevin Holland darshed him out. He is bigger, I feel like. He could use his wrestling and win. I think he could. Max is kind of like one of those guys who's just like good, but he's not like top level. And Chiesa is just recently being dropped from the top level, so it's a good fight to see where these guys are at. I really don't know. Max is the favorite, so I'll put your money on Michael Chiesa. We'll go with Chiesa in that one, even though most of my parlays I picked Griffin. Okay, next fight we got flyweight. Number 14, Cody Durden versus Josh Van. I got Josh Van winning, but don't count Cody Durden out. I've seen that motherfucker win some crazy fights where you think he's going to lose. This motherfucker, you just can't count him out. He wins a lot more than he loses, so just keep that in mind. But probably Cody Durden, to be honest. My gut looking at this, Josh Van is a beast striker. He's not the best grappler. His takedown defense might be good, but Cody Durden's just going to keep fucking chaining them takedowns like Khamzat. So that's good money. Not great money, but Cody's definitely the underdog there at plus 124. That's a good food for thought for your bets. I've got... Oh, God, man. For my official predictions, even though I've got Josh Van on most of my parlays, I need to go make a few more because I feel like Cody Durden's going to win that one. Something telling me. Okay, moving on. We got a catchweight bout. Interesting. Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. I didn't know it was catchweight. I just know Eric got sick for the last fight or something. All right, we got Chris Weidman at minus 115. Eric, ya boy, Anders is at 105. Shit, I got Chris Weidman winning. Eric, he's a good fighter. He's like a Kevin Holland type. Like he's a beast. But he doesn't have crazy good wins. That's disrespect for Kevin Holland, one of my favorite fighters. Forget I said that. Ya boy, he's just not breaking that top. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, neither's Weidman. I mean, he won his last fight by eye pokes against Bruno Silva, but yeah, I don't know. And there's the leg thing with Weidman. It's iffy. All you got to do really is kick that leg over and over, and he's just done, like Brad Tavares did. But you know, I'm gonna go with Chris, just because I think it would be pretty cool if he could win without eye pokes. And I like the guy. He seems like not that I don't like Eric Anders, but anyway, long story short, we got Chris Weidman winning that one. Next up. Okay, Jesus, those were the early prelims. Are you kidding me? I think those were the early prelims. Wow, that's surprising. Okay, so then we're starting the regular prelims. Randy Brown versus Brian Battle. I've got Brian Battle. Guy's got Dragon Ball Z tats, so I fucks with him. I don't really like his personality. I think he's kind of corny and cheesy, but hey, he's trying. Gotta give him that. Like I'm doing right here today, starting this podcast back up. I'm trying, so respect to Battle for trying to, break the fourth wall with the fans and shit. And Randy Brown, he's good. I like watching him fight. I like his style. He's fast. He's rangy as fuck. Probably one of the rangiest guys in the division. But to be fair, Brian's not. Let's see. This is a welterweight. Yeah. So yeah, Brian's just as big and just as long at welterweight. I've got Battle winning that one. I think Brown's had some tough losses recently, and Battle's just kind of gonna ride that momentum. All right. Next up, we got featherweight bout. Sorry, I'm not naming the divisions. Number 5, we got Movsar Evloev versus Aljamain Sterling Silver. I think Aljo could win this fight, but my gut's telling me Movsar for some reason. He's minus 250. Aljo's plus 205. That's not a bad bet, though, to bet on Aljo for the bettors out there. So, food for thought there. All right, then we keep moving along. Prelims. Vicente Luque. Not Vincente, like people call him. It's Vicente Luque versus Temba Garimbo. A.k.a. The Rock's prodigy. Fighting out of Zimbabwe and Brazil. Okay, so Themba's the obvious choice here. He's minus 162. We got plus 136 to Vicente, who's looked like time just has caught up with him in this past year. Like, Vicente was a killer, title contender for a long time, and then recently he's just been taking L's, man. I think he lost to Dos Anjos. And his last loss, I forget who it was against, but he didn't look good. I remember that. I know that much. So yeah, I'm gonna go Temba. I think Vicente, that fire, that brutal dog, he's not as mean these days. And I think Temba probably takes this one. And then next up, we've got friend of the show, Anthony Smith. I was on the BYM podcast, believe it or not, wearing this same tank top for a stupid question that they called me a fuck retard for. Michael Bisping actually said I have the worst question ever asked on the podcast. So, achievement for foe. Anyway, I think Anthony Smith gets destroyed. I'm not hating on him. I want to like him. I just don't like the guy. I don't know why. Just something about him. His aura, how he carries himself. He seems like one of those guys who wants you to think he doesn't care what people think about him. But deep down, he's crying. He just fucking hates that he's lost 6 in a row. Not 6 in a row, but he's definitely lost a few. And yeah, I just don't see it, man. I think Dominic Reyes. I think this is his coming back to grace party, and I think he gets probably a knockout or something like that. So yeah, moving on to the main card, baby. Let's do this. I hope y'all enjoying the show. If you're still with us, thank you. I know this isn't great production like all the other, shows that talk about UFC, but hey, I'm here. I'm here for you guys. I'm being honest. I watch every fucking UFC, so whatever that means, take my word. Except I'll lie, I didn't watch the Chinese one. I could not get up that early. Okay, Nate Landwehr versus Doo-Ho Choi. Landwehr, Nate the Train. He's a fucking crazy wild man. He's like Trevor Peak. Those two are cut from the same cloth. Bryce Mitchell, he's on that same fucking tree branch. Okay, so I got Nate Landwehr. I don't want to sound like a racist or anything like that, but I don't remember Doo-Ho Choi's fights because he looks just like that guy, Mr. Perfect. And I don't know, all the names, it's hard to remember. I need to pay more attention. That's my fault. I'm sure he's really good. And he's only plus 20 underdog, so it should be a close fight. But I think Nate takes this one. And then next we got Bryce Mitchell versus Kron Gracie. Kron. It's spelled Kron, okay? Kron has an E at the end. Kron Gracie. Dope name, by the way. Kron. I wish my dad named me Kron instead of Forrest. God, I gotta quit these damn nicotine things. I'm done with them. I'm done. That's my last one. I said it on here, so now I have to really quit. I've been trying for weeks. I've been weaning for weeks. But today, it's over. I'm dumping them in the trash. Oh, I'm not going to do that, but I am quitting. Mark my words. Alright, Bryce. I think Bryce takes it, man. Kron looked terrible his last fight, and the Jourdain fight was terrible. I mean, if he can't get to the ground, what's he going to do? And Bryce lives with the ground. He is a Gracie. That's about the only thing he's got going for him. But, yeah, I think Bryce probably gets this one. But you know, crazier things have happened. So don't count Kron out. But yeah, my pick is Bryce for that fight. And then we got Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov. I like Volkov. I like his style. I like how he's looked recently. Cyril is probably just going to be too much for him, though. He's too evasive. The footwork is too good. The in and out movement, the lateral movement, the diversity of strikes. I mean, everything. He already beat him once. I see Cyril probably gets this one again. But I would like to see Volkov get this one. But my official pick is going to be Cyril Gane. We got Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Ian Machado Gary. I never knew Shavkat's voice. If you go watch his voice, I mean, this guy's voice is like, it doesn't sound real. Scary. It's kind of scary. A little bit more so than Poetan's deep. It's like a Poetan, but not as deep. And the dude's a beast, man. These guys are both undefeated, so some of these O's got to go. Sorry, ho. JK, don't want to hurt Ian's feelings. Ian the Peon Gary, just kidding. I'm not going to jump on the cuck train. But I'm not a fan of Ian Gary, even though Connor was my favorite fighter because he was from Ireland. Ian, I don't vibe with the guy. I think he's kind of a dork, to be honest. His like whole philosophy on life is just the whole Neil Magny thing where he says, "You don't abuse your kid. No child should take a beating. No man should hit their kid. Shame on you. Shame on you. You won't speak. You'll do nothing." He's just a copycat. But he's good, man. You got to give him that. So I just hope it's a great fight. That's what I'm hoping for. But my official pick is going to be Shavkat Rakhmonov. But a lot of my parlays, I have Ian Gary on there. So for the bettors, I don't know. I feel like everybody wants Ian Gary to lose, and something back there is telling me Ian gets the win here and upsets everybody. But my official prediction is Shavkat. And okay, moving on to the main event. Last but not least, it might be the least weight of a fight on the card. Do they have anything lighter than flyweight? I don't think so. Strawweight, but I don't think there's any chick fights on here. Alright, so here we go. Let's get into it. Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Asakura. The guy I have known nothing about, so I'm not going to pretend I do. But, he seems to be a dangerous guy, crazy good striker, and obviously well-rounded if his first fight is a fucking title fight. So who the fuck knows with that one? I have no clue. I'm just going to go Asakura because of the parlays. Most of my parlays have Asakura, but my official prediction, I think Pantoja. I know I just fucking, all these picks I'm saying, my bet slips have this. That's because my bet slips, I'm hoping for money. And money only comes when you're betting 25 cents is when you have 14 legs and multiple underdogs picked. That's the only way you win money, when you bet like me. So that's why I always have lots of underdogs. But my gut tells me Pantoja. So we're at the 20-minute mark almost, guys. and that was Foe on UFC. And I'm about to shit myself, to be honest. Like, not even joking. Oh, I can stop and restart, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that was needed. That was a fucking definition of an emergency right there. I'm feeling so much better. Oh, alright, too much information. Where were we? Okay, we wrapped up UFC. Let's talk about shows I've been playing recently. We'll do games first. So games, keep it short. Right now, Helldivers 2 has been my favorite played game for the past 4 or 5 months. But I've recently, about a month ago, kind of gotten tired of it, so haven't played too much lately. I've been playing this new campaign on Baldur's Gate 3, a new playthrough, and that's been really fun. The game's getting a big update next year, so a bunch of new subclasses coming. If you're a Baldur's Gate 3 fan, you have that to look forward to, for sure. And Karlach is my fantasy crush. And moving on to shows. Okay? So anime, I just got caught up with One Piece. It's a massive fucking show, like 1,100 episodes. It took me like 3-4 months. And I loved it. There were times, probably around like episode 100, 200, got a little tired of it, but then I got sucked back in. And Dressrosa, which is a lot of people's favorite arcs, it was kind of repetitive for me. I got kind of tired of it. Took like a week off, and then I got right back into it. Actually loved it. And Land of Wano just was gone over, and now I'm already caught up. I thought I had like thousands more episodes, and then it was just, I'm caught up, and it's like, damn. So this is all that happened? Like, I was expecting all this crazy shit because there's just so many episodes, but it's like, not a whole lot happens. Land of Wano is a super long arc, but there's a couple that are pretty deep like that. But anyway, One Piece is dope. I loved it. You know, it's definitely in my list of top 5 animes for sure. For sure. And then, let's see, what movie? Smile 2. That was good. I enjoyed that. That new Trap movie with Chris Hemsworth. Or no, what the fuck's his name? Trap. His name is Josh Hartnett. That was a terrible movie. I mean, it was okay, but it was terrible. Like, what the fuck? Who made this? Why? Anyway. I've seen lots of new movies. Oh, Heretic. I went and saw that in theaters. That was super good. I recommend that to any horror fans or thriller fans. Definitely Heretic. It's a dope movie. I loved it. I'll probably watch it again when it comes out. And then Dune Prophecy, I've been caught up with. You got Silo Season 2, I'm caught up with. From Season 3, I just finished. That was good. Even though it's like, keeps you wondering the whole show, like, what is this all about? What is actually happening here? And it doesn't really give you the answer. So it's just kind of like guessing game for 3 seasons. But hey, I still liked it. And I'm still looking forward to Season 4, which I think is coming in 2026, which is insane. Like, why? Why not next year? But whatever. Can't fucking, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I've watched so many shows. We're going to have to do a whole another episode to cover everything I've watched this year. But yeah, recently, as of yesterday, I started Yellowstone, and I'm on like episode 6, halfway through it. So I'm a binge watcher, guys. And you're going to laugh, and you're going to call me a bum because I don't have a job. But if you knew the reasons why I'm not working right now, you might understand. You might still think I'm just a lazy piece of shit, but I won't mind. You can judge me. People can judge me all they want. I know what I go through every day, and I know that it is extremely difficult for me. even when I'm not working. So I just felt like I was gonna end my life. That's how much pain I was in. This back surgery is fucked, and I'm not gonna bring it down. This is supposed to be a comedy podcast, guys, but I am struggling. That's why we call this the Struggle Pod. Right now, I'm scared. I have a urodynamic study scheduled for January. I was supposed to get it done last month, and I tried, and she put the catheter in, and it hurt so bad. Like, it's just so fucking bad. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't fucking do it. But I have to, because this is my reality. This is my struggle. Every night, every day, all day, every day, I feel like I have to take a piss, right? But I can't. I mean, I can. If I have to go really bad, I can go. But it's never all the way. It's never full. I always feel like I could go more. But that extra bit keeps me from falling asleep at night. Like, I go to bed. I used to try to go to bed at 10. And then I wake up in an hour to pee. I wouldn't even fall asleep. I'd just lay there feeling like I had to pee. Lay there for an hour. Get up, pee a little bit. Try to go back to bed again. Still got to pee too much to fall asleep, but not enough to actually pee. So then I'm just laying there for hours. And then I pee a little bit every hour. Till about 7 a.m., 7 a.m., I finally fall asleep. And lately I've just been sleeping until like 10 to 12 because I'm trying to get sleep, man. I fucking love sleep and I don't get any of it. Not nearly enough. I haven't had fucking 8 hours straight in like 10 years. I sleep in. Even when I do fall asleep, it's only like an hour at a time. So yeah, it's just driving me crazy. I'm like fantasizing. I'm just blowing my head off. So might have to just deal with that dick pain and get that test done, because they say they can't fucking help me until they find the exact problem. Even though we know it's degenerative bladder from my back surgery that's fucking with the nerves. I know that's what it is. And my sphincter's not working right or something. But they have to be sure to establish the treatment. Fuck! Just help me without shoving shit up my dick hole, man. Is that too much to ask? So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with, and I'm absolutely terrified, to be honest. But I'm gonna try to find the courage to go through with the procedure, because I want relief, I want help, and if that's the only way I can get it, I guess I just gotta fucking suffer, man. Suffering's one thing, I do it every day, all day, but like, that pain in your dick hole, it is just not for me. I can handle pain. You can put a cigarette out on my hand, I will like it. You can cut me, I like it. But if you're gonna ache in my back, I'm not gonna like that. And if you're gonna shove something in my dick hole that fucking feels like hell, I'm not gonna like that. Fuck. I wish I did. I wish I was one of those freak shows who shove shit up their dick hole for fun, for pleasure, because then it would be a walk in the park to get this fucking bladder issue fixed. But I am not one of those guys. So, absolutely terrified, but hey, what can you do? I'm not going to ramble on. I'm just going to tell you guys about the struggle, the current state of the struggle. And, yeah, we're trying to keep moving on, trying to stay productive. Been going to the gym for the past 6 months. Usually my goal is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But most weeks I only end up making 2 days a week. But, like this week. Last week I made it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but this week I made it Monday and Friday. Or no, it might have just been Wednesday and Friday. I think I took off Monday because I didn't sleep at all because I was up all night pissing, and then I slept in when I finally did fall asleep around 8 hours. Nobody gives a fuck about all that. So yeah, we talked about UFC, we talked about the movies. Right now I'm currently watching Yellowstone. Probably gonna fucking binge the shit out of that today. It's really good so far. I liked it. So yeah. Thanks for watching, if you're still here. This is the first episode back of the new and rebranded from Looney Rooney Podcast. Now this is the Struggle Pod, where we talk all things UFC and TV and movies and struggle. Thanks. Hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully we can make this a regular thing and I can eventually get some kind of financial benefit from YouTube. That's the goal at the end. So like and subscribe if you don't want me to just be a broke piece of shit the rest of my life.